Tom Vassos keeps an eye on all the technology news. He's a professor at the Rotman School of Management at the University of Toronto. Okay, my first take was, you got to be kidding. That's going to be an awful lot of money if you don't subscribe to a text message bundle. Is there anything consumers can do?
Well, I mean, it's a competitive marketplace out there. Consumers can, when, if they are on a contract, when that contract is up, they can seek out another provider on the marketplace. And guess what? In Canada, we have number portability, which is one of the few countries in the world where we can actually take the phone number we already have and move to a different supplier. So that's a fair bit of power that Canadian consumers yield.
Yeah, but when you're locked in. I mean, I've got cell phones for my children. I mean, you're locked into specific plans and they really don't like you to change them. You can add text message bundles on, but I was even surprised to find out that when you buy unlimited text messages, there actually is a limit. It seems to me that it's very difficult to get out of something.
Well, yeah, I mean, it sometimes is hard to switch, but let's face it, there is a bit of misinformation out there because they have had these fees on there. In fact, for many of Bell and Telus' consumers, there actually is no change to this announcement because many people, and they may not even realize it, are already on a text bundle.
Right.
So they are already getting these text messages, both incoming and outgoing, which potentially aren't going to cost them any more than they do today. Now, if they want to do more than what their current plan handles, Bell, for example, is offering various plans for $3 for 30 text messages or $5 for 100 of them. So
that's not going to get you far when you're my teenage daughter who must go through a couple of thousand of those suckers on a regular basis.
And as well, I mean, same thing with Telus. You can also notice with them, in fact, many of their plans are unlimited incoming messages as well. So even a more broader question is, what's the reality of whether we're getting, overcharged here in Canada or not? I mean, I think there's a common misconception that Canadian consumers are getting overcharged for these services. Merrill Lynch just did some research showing us as the second lowest fees for mobility services out of the top G7 countries. OECD showed us some research with the top 31 countries in the world. Canada was the 9th cheapest. So we're actually still in pretty good shape relative to others out there.
Okay, so we're in relative good shape. We can't really do much about it, but I mean, is the best thing to do maybe get one of those sort of all-you-can-eat packages so everything's included and they can't sting you?
No, I wouldn't say so because those unlimited plans, incoming and outgoing, are much higher fees, like $10 to $20 a month, and most people really don't need that. So, limit what you have, limit what you use it for. There's even, if you happen to be by your web browser, once again, rather than picking up your cell phone and sending that text messages, a lot of people don't realize you can send free text messages from a web browser. There's free sites out there that do that type of thing. So
all right.
There's different options available for Canadian consumers.
We just got to find them. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us.